Yeah, good evening, guys. Welcome back to Graphic Design Training. I believe we're all doing great today. It's your boy, as usual, Graphic. Today, I will show you how you can make a prophetic counter church flyer on your Android smartphone. In short, I'm going to show you another dynamic way on how you can come up with a simple and professional church event flyer using your Android smartphone or any kind of a smartphone on your PixelLab. This particular tutorial will give you an inspiration and insight on how you can make a very simple flyer on your Android smartphone. Not necessary you should know about blending, even if you are a church member or you have any church event which you need a particular flyer to make an awareness about the church program. This particular tutorial is for you. And if you're a designer, you are going to tap an inspiration on how you can come up with simple and eye-catchy church flyer on your Android smartphone. Without wasting much of our time, let's get started. Many thought has been put into places, all the resources has been gotten, and everything is well preserved. I shall be showing you on how you can make use of all these resources one after the other, and you are going to learn a tips on how you can combine your color. Make sure that you combine and pairing all your fonts, and how you can set up their hierarchy. The first thing we need to do, I don't need to select any size. What I need to do is to bring up this particular stuff. Since I have this which I want to use, and this one is needed, but the half of it is what I saw, which is not even up to square size. But I have another ways of making these blend. What I need to do is to select another blue color. You understand? So I will go in there, select this particular shape, go to the color, tap on the gradient, click on the first key bucket, tap on the color picker, and I'm going to pick color blue. I'm going to pick a blue color. So let's say I tap this color blue. So if I tap this, I will tap the tap one, I will tap this color blue. Then I will make this one fade a little bit, but not as much as that. Then when I'm able to do that, I will shift this one so that the little one at the top will be able to blend with whatever or anywhere I place it. And this is what I'm saying. So when you are able to blend them out, when you position it here, it will rhyme with the color here, and it will not show any kind of dots, any kind of attachment, or any kind of join. Now, as you can see, we were able to form that, and everything our background has set. And when you look at the top one, it really reflects what information I want it to reflect, since it's a church flyer. Heading back to your gallery, then the next thing you need to do is to select the image that will serve as a communicator or showing what the particular program is all about. This is a prophetic counter. So I need one of the prophet picture, which I'm going to use to showcase or to communicate this, to make it more okay. After that, I need something to cover this particular part, and I don't want to double blend since PixelLab does not even blend again. What should I do? So I come up with the idea of forming this particular shape, then I will use it to cover the lower part. So when I use that, and it will be cool, I'll be able to put the event theme there. Heading back to the gallery, I need to put the church information, logo. So put the church logo at this particular place. Then we are going to write the name of the church. Everything is well planned and well structured. Then the next thing is to put in the social media icon, which I'm going to put at the lower part. And when you look at it, everything seems to be good. Why? Because before I will show you any tutorial, I must have think and rethink about it and follow the principle of alignment to make sure that everything is really cool. When you look at everything is well standard and well presented. So now we have what we call a city of hope. So we have a city of hope. Then I go directly to the font, select a multi-serif font, the one which is not bold. multi-zerat. So select the one that is not actually bold but not really lighter. Reduce the size a little bit. Have it positioned beside this. If possible, reduce the size a little bit to be able to perfect and fit in beside this logo. Have it lock immediately. Then after that has been done, I'm going to type Provertic. Okay, let's say Provertic. You can see Provertic. Then I'm going to use a font called Accidental Precedent. After you download this Accidental Precedent, it won't show in full, it will show acid. Increase the size. This will be the perfect option around here. Then you have to position this around here. When you do that, make sure you centralize. After that, copy the same text. You edit it, put a counter. Okay, then you are going to follow the alignment. As I said, the mouth should be the same where he starts and where he ends, so that it will form the basics that you are after. So I'm going to reduce the size to bare minimal level and counter. So increase the size a bit. Increase the size a bit. Okay, perfect. So the next thing we need to do is to shift this a little bit towards here. Okay, when that has been done, have the color being changed. Since you have your blue color before, you can have your color being changed. Change it to so that it will be able to show very well. And done with that, you can merge the two and shift it up a little bit and put the other right up like we have with pasta. With okay, having that, I want to change, give an hierarchy to this. Which font can I use? I think I have a Core font, Core, but I forgot. But I have a font called Core. So let me quickly check the name here because I download this of recent, and if I can't see, I think I have a font called Core, but I expect it to show, but it's not showing, and I need to use that font because that is the one I make more research on. So let's quickly look for it. Core font. Okay, this is it. Lovers correct regular. Lovers Core regular. Core like fight. Okay, and I'm going to position reduce the size. Okay, when you reduce the size very well, I'm going to position it around here. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do next is to copy. I'm not copy this, but I'm copy the Provertic. So copy the Provertic, then edit it and change it to Pastor James. Sorry, Pastor Sam. So now that you have that one being done, you still need to follow the hierarchy. Reduce the size very well, and you make sure that everything seems to be cool and will be placed around there. And what next are you going to do when you have something like this? So what we're going to do next is to have these two, have it reduced. Okay, so I'm going to just remove this. So when I do that, change it to 170. Okay, and this one should be changed to 170. Okay, then you can maintain the alignment properly. Then this one will have a breathing space. Okay, just shift it up a bit. Shift it up. It should not be touching that area. So now the Prophet Sam cannot have more space to relax here, but you make sure that you follow the tips and hierarchy. So and when you look at it, it's actually cool the way it was. Now you can have opportunity to marry everything together and shift it up to create the little space at the top and at the bottom. And when you look at the left and right, it is not really rhyme. You can make the two, select here, and you are going to move it at once. And when you look at it, it's not moving. Why? Something must have been wrong. So you can don't decide to leave it that way. Merge it again and you use your eye to adjust it automatically, manually. So you look at what I'm going to do now. You see I'm shifting the whole stuff. Using my eyes, I can even click on this. So, and this one will tell me whether I'm right or wrong. And everything seemed to be cool, no issue. Now I'm done with that. What's next am I going to do? Everything seemed to be cool in my eye. So I will quickly go into the text area. I have my today, what today's date. So today's date, let's say we have today's to be our, let's say Wednesday. Just for training sake. Wednesday. Then I will have another one. Have what's today's date? Today is June 13, June 13, 2023. So we have this, right? So I will click OK. First of all, deal with this by going to the text area and use the Matizera, the one that somehow bold. I will have it positioned here, but follow the hierarchy properly, okay? So when you follow the hierarchy, it will be good. Then you can increase the size a little bit to have a space. So when you're able to do that, you can copy. After copy, have the one as a demarcation, this line, and you have what we call it 12 p.m. So when you have it 12 p.m., you can increase the size. When you increase the size, there's something you need to do. I need to use a font called Roboto, okay? Let's say I use a Roboto font. Then when you use a Roboto font, don't use the thick one, use the lighter one. So when you use the lighter one, you should be able to put a justification here. But if that one is too deep, so we have a Roboto, so we use the tiny one at this juncture. Okay, this is another tiny one, and I guess this will be okay. And when you look at it, it really does what we want it to do. So the next thing is to merge the two together and you position it to the center, and this seems to be cool. If you are not really pleased with what you are seeing, what you need to do is to just merge again and you adjust manually. You have to be well observant, and your eye should be able to serve as a gauge whenever you are running anything, because at times all these applications are not at fault, but we, which we happen to be the controller, we are the fault. And that's why they do say computer cannot make a mistake, but we does as a human being. City of Hope. Okay, at City of Hope. So when we add that, we can make it this one to be thick. So we need to go and change it and make sure that we use what we call let's say we even try Roboto, the one we bold, or that is not really actually bold. So I need to use something tiny. So I will reduce this size a bit, have its position around there. So if possible, increase the size a little bit to have to free around there. So if possible, bring this one down, and everything seems to be cool. So the next thing, we still have the same stuff to be positioned. Okay, perfect. So now put the the website www. So we have cityofhope.com. So position this, let everything be in capital letter, in cap. Then you can have the font being changed to Multizera or Roboto, depends. So I'm thinking I should adjust this to Multizera. So look at the one that is well presentable, reduce the size, go to the space in between the text, reduce the size very well, and you increase the stuff. Then you position it to the center. So if that one doesn't take it, you can now increase the size a bit, then reposition to the center. After that has been done, everything seems to be perfect. Then what do we need to do? Let's add some effort. Go to the sticker, select and use all those white lights. So you see the one that will actually go with this. So let's take for instance I have this. This one is sparkling anyhow. Okay, if I use this, can this be around here even if I manipulate just as this? If we can't go, I can quickly use the one that can work. So we can reposition at the center to make sure that it actually cool. So increase the size, position it here. So when we position that one here, okay, position that here, then we can copy. When we copy that, we are going to position another one around here. Okay, perfect. Then we look at it critically. Are we able to make what we want to make? If you are not pleased with that, you can just remove and reposition at perfect place where you want it. So like for instance, if I want this, so this one is actually okay. So but we can improvise and make sure that it actually does what we want it to do. So before that, you just increase while you reduce the size. So have a position here to form what you want it to form, and everything seemed to be cool. Thanks for watching. I believe we all learned something from here. Thanks for watching once again. God bless you. So what we need to do next is to just have this one save with Ultra and save with PNG. Thanks for watching once again.